I feel like sometimes we look at the mirror in the morning and what are we going to do with our hair? The solution is this DVD, the perfect opportunity for hair professionals to teach their clients and to inspire men and women of different ages, ethnicities, and hair lengths to be able to take control of their own hair. I want your love. I think for Suzy, we want to think of something that's versatile. So we want to do a really quick one that would take 2 minutes, and it can be casual, semi-formal, or formal. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with finding out where is the best part to have height. So now that she's standing straight up, where the comb balances is where I'm going to take the circle. So the top of her head is where the circle is, and by measuring it like this, you can tell that her height looks good like that. And I will be taking the circle into 2 parts, combing it straight up, and it's very important when we're back combing that the comb goes right through the section, and that's why we have to divide it into 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'll do a little bit on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason why we want to do this is so that we are consistent with how much we're doing on this section and onto the next section. When we're back combing, we're creating a lot of height, and this height will last all day, all night, and she doesn't have to think about it. So now that I have the 2 sections, I'm going to just kind of comb this back a little bit so that we do not see the back combing and that it looks nice and clean, and nobody would notice that she has any back combing whatsoever. I'm going to take it out of my way, put a clip on it, and start the section on the side. The section on the side, we're going to take a section from in front of the ear, because these days what we're looking for is a more softer look. So when we have the section in front of the ear, you can see that it softly hides the ear. If we're to take a section from the back of the ear, it's nice and clean. So for the ones that, the tuckers out there that likes to show off the ears, you would take a section from the back of the ear. Okay? So for this case, what we're going to do for Suzy is we're going to give her more of a softer, kind of Victorian-ish kind of feel. So I'm just putting a little bit of wax on my hands so that I can just take it at any time, and making sure that there's nothing clumpy on the hands. And I'm going to just take this back and making sure that every little hair is nice and clean. And we're going to be using 2 pins on this particular section. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 pin here where the circle started of the back combing, and I'm going to crisscross 1 over here. So the reason why we need to crisscross is because the ridges will lock into each other, and therefore I can tell that it's very sturdy and will not fall out. Now we're going to do the other side. And again, it's right on top of the ears. I'm going to just comb this through, and for some that do not want it to be so clean, it can just be swept with your hands. And importantly enough, it's important to have it nice and clean, so you can put a little bit of wax or just a little bit of good combing. Okay, so now that the 2 sides are up, we can unclip the clip, open it up wide, and just kind of make sure it's balanced. So if you want a little bit of height, you just bring that up from the back combing. So this is the result of the 2-minute style. It's half up and half down, and if you were to look at the profile, you can see that she's got some really nice shape here. And if you want a little bit more shape, you can just pull this up. You can really see the effects of the highlighting when it's put up half up. And she has a little bit of blonde with a brown base. And when I put a little bit of, I have a little bit of wax on my hands right now. When I put a little bit of wax in there, it really gives me that PC look, which is what a lot of people are looking for. It's very important to finish off with the ends and define them.